Yo, 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 no maniacs, welcome to the show. And let me start this one off with this. If you want to win, put Kevin Byard in. I think this is a win right now move. If you haven't heard by now, the Bears have inked. It's an early leak. They have come to an agreement with Kevin Byard, free safety, most previously with the Eagles, but spent his whole career pretty much in Tennessee. Widely regarded, and most definitely through my eyes, the best free safety in the league. They got him on a sweetheart deal, in my opinion. They got him for 2 years, reportedly 2 years, 7.5 million per season or annual. And so I am giddy, and we've been saying it for weeks here that it's going to be the determination of where they'll go moving forward with quarterback. We don't have to talk about that quite right now, but I thought that the moves in free agency, if they swung big, I think it really leaned that they wanted to continue growing with what they have on the roster right now and try to get some trade picks for that number one. And this just helps further that argument. So, fellas, I'm not going to just dominate this conversation, but what do you guys think so far?
Man, looky here. But first of all, let me say good afternoon. Thank you for jumping in with us real quick. No maniacs and our sports zoners that's out there. It is Sunday afternoon, and we got some great news. All I want to ask you is, do you smell what Pose is cooking? For me, it's a really great opportunity for the Bears. I see it as a great sign for 7.5 mil per. Oh man, that's sweet, baby. I'm excited. I'm excited, and I got to take my hat off to you, no man, because you said it first. Well, at least here you said that you felt that that was going to be a good move, and that Poles would probably try to pull that trigger. So good call on that one, Sean. What you say about this, brother?
It shows that he's in to win now. And first of all, good afternoon, my sports owners and no maniacs unite. It's a sign that Ryan Poles is looking to win now. Okay, you have a situation where you have 4/5 of your starting secondary intact. Okay, um, Jalen Johnson's a Pro Bowler. Okay, Tyreek Stevenson was a second team All Rookie, and his play was very reminiscent of his development was very noticeable toward the end of the season. You have Kyler Gordon, Jaquan Brisker. These guys are ready to go, and all you needed was a free safety once you let Eddie Jackson go. And you know what? You got the best one out there, and it shows now. It shows that he's ready to win now. Why? Because first of all, he signed a 30-year-old, right? That has not been Poles' MO his first two seasons. Not at all.
Say that. Say that again,
27,
Sean.
27 years old was the limit for people that he would sign for free agency. Okay, this guy is 30 years old, so he only gave him a 2-year deal, but it also shows me that they're probably going to draft a free safety as well and have him sit under this and learn under this man for 2 years. This guy's ready to win. This guy's ready to go now. His defense is ready to go now. You need one more piece, I think, either a stud end or a three tech. I think personally, give me another stud defensive end. And man, this is literally a NFC title game defense. Hats off to Ryan Poles. Like you said, do you smell what Mr. Poles is cooking? Because man, this defense is ready to roll on during the draft. And first of all, free agency is not over. It's not over.
Just start.
So
Just
you could
starting.
go get something else on the offensive side of the ball. But I think the draft is going to be heavy offense, and we're going to go. We're getting ready to roll, baby. We're getting ready to roll. And I can't tell you, with it more to me, more credence that Justin Fields is the dude because you're ready to win now, not toward the end of the season, not next year. Now,
Sean, feel better, man. You finally got me because you just said everything that I was going to say. So you got me back for last week. Yeah, ditto, man.
great minds think alike, boss.
There you
That's all.
go. There you go, man. It looks like they're in on winning now. And to me, the bigger story is how that points to bringing back Justin Fields. So I know everybody's sources say otherwise, but unless that source is Ryan Poles, Kevin Warren, or Ian Cunningham, don't mean much. So I'm going to really be excited to see what happens this week because in my mind, the biggest thing that could happen concerning Justin Poles this week is there will be no news, and we know what news that means. So Hats off to Ryan Poles, man. You're doing a great job, brother. Keep at it.
So, Chris, I'm gonna come right back to you because you're right there at the top, and we'll just keep
Okay.
going clockwise. But I think the message, when you're a free agent of that age, he left Tennessee when he could have stayed in Tennessee. He went to a championship caliber team in Philly, chasing a championship. I don't think you go to a team looking at what's currently available, what's set up, looking at that roster. He could have gone and sure gotten more money because Kevin Byard is, to me, I mean, he's at the very least a top 10 free safety in the league. To me, I think he's the best. My eyes, that's what my eye test gives me. I think he's the best. Maybe Justin Simmons right there with him, 1A, 1B. I think it can flip flop either way. But Chris, if you can help me out with the chat, and I'm still come back to you, and I'll get it when you talk. But I think that's it. It sends a message to the rest of the free agents right now, which we're going to cover tomorrow and tonight on Nomad at Night at 8 p.m. Central. But it sends a message to the rest of the league that this team is serious now, based on the moves that they're making. And so this is, we clearly know now. You don't go and sign 30-year-old Kevin Byard when you can get a younger free safety and start developing and growing and doing the things that you do when you have a rookie quarterback. No, you don't do that. I don't care how bad you want Caleb Williams. I don't care what your virtues are. That doesn't add up. I'm sorry, guys. It just doesn't. It says, and it also sends a message to other free agents. I like what they're cooking right there. I think I like this team and its potential upside. And so it's a huge message to the other free agents right now.
Well, what Jake Grizz just said, 30 is not that old for a safety, especially one that's been a two-time Pro Bowler, two-time All-Pro. And it's good to see Brad Holmes in the chat, Don Burr. It's good to see you in there, brother. Maybe we can get a fifth rounder for Buston. I don't know what team Buston plays on, but maybe he's on the practice squad. But yeah, man, it does. That's the big signal. We're going to win now. He's probably still going to address that position in the later rounds of the draft because I think some good quality safeties. Malik Mustafa comes to mind that might be able to go late in the draft that they can groom to take over that position. There's a couple of guys that could be drafted later after we get the haul. So, yeah, strategy is kind of coming together, and it kind of looks like what we thought it would be.
Good, Keith.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I completely agree with both you guys. And then think about it this way too, man. Why would Kevin Byard sign a contract without having a conversation about the direction in which he see the team going in? When he has to basically he can pick where he wants to go. He's a
And
free
take
agent.
that amount of money, Keith, at the same time.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that was going to be my next point. So, with that being said, man, we know that there's some conversation that's been taking place. More importantly, he left money on the table so that he can go get that D end to help solidify that defense, and then they can focus on what they need to on the offensive side of the ball. So, again, like I said, I love the seasonings that Poles is adding to this gumbo, and that gumbo is being stirred up, boy, and I cannot wait. I'm just telling you, I'm getting hungry and hungrier by the minute. I cannot wait for this week and see what else he cooks up. What else does he add to that pot, Sean?
Man, I'm excited as well. It's looking good. Again, this is coming definitely out of Kevin Poles' MO, signing a 30-year-old. So he's looking to win not within the next 2 years. Right. And I think that's I think it's sending a big message. I like it. I'm excited about it. As I said, the defense is ready. Now we got to focus on the offense. All right. Now we got to see what we can get when we trade back and try what haul we get, where we land, and for our first pick, what we do with the 9th pick, and then who falls. Because man, you never really know because you can go through 100 mocks, in the off season, but man, on that day, just one monkey wrench throws everything off, and you got to be ready for it. So they got to be, and they've been good. They'll go with their main board, who's the best player available. Man, who are they going to get? All right, do we still get Marvin Harrison Jr.? Do you go after Olu if he's still down there? Do you get Brock Bowers if you're down there? What about Neighbors? What about You know what I mean? There's so many different things that we can, Romeo Donzu, he might be available too. What if so this offense is gonna look better. I can't wait. And again, free agency ain't over. So let's enjoy this ride till we get to the draft.
So,
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
I wanted to say this, man. I think what was his name? Daryl Gibson said this is a good point to discuss. Pohl said that we were close to being elite,
Yep.
and he's talking about Daniil Hunter. What I want to say here is, it's one thing, Sean and Keith and Chris, to listen to him say that at a presser, and then for him to go into free agency with the mindset of making moves to further along their way of thinking inside Hallis Hall. So we're all on the outside speculating, which way will we go at quarterback? How close are we to really competing for a ring? And this clearly tells me that they feel like they have the ingredients cooking. They have the ingredients cooking, and we needed some things to help further us along that line. And I just know this, man. I'm not gonna sit here and gloat about how long I've been saying he was the right guy to go get, and I ain't do that. But just looking at the pick within itself, I mean, this is an elite safety. I don't know if people realize what they really have here. I mean, this is an absolutely elite safety. He does it all well. You better be pretty good to come replace Bojack. I mean, Bojack wasn't the greatest thing in the world towards the end of his stay in Chicago, but he's an absolute leader. People leaned on him for that leadership, the coaches, players, all alike. What you need to replace him with is a leader, and that's what Kevin Byard is. He's got production-wise, he's led his team in tackles the whole time he was in Tennessee. I want to say he led Philly in tackles this year. And he's got 25 plus, I believe the number is 28 interceptions. That's Hall of Fame type numbers. That's Hall of Fame type numbers, guys. No matter how you want to slice that. And I think he's at the peak of his career. And so I think 2 years getting him at 7.5 million, God, lead tip you had to pose if you don't do anything else. What a deal. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, I think Berlissimo makes a good point. You see the difference in percentage of tackles made. Wasn't Eddie's strong point? Eddie liked throwing his body at a player, or he really liked stripping the ball, trying to strip the ball, and I saw that fail quite a bit. I understand the philosophy, but you know what? It's a definite upgrade over Bojack. So yeah, this team is being shaped to win now, and Kevin Byard is just a name. I'm sure we wouldn't have thought we'd have been able to get him. But yet and still, Mr. Poles made it happen.
So
He did. I love it.
Before you go, fellas, let me. I probably need to preface this statement because it's important that we know that the negotiation period starts at noon tomorrow, right? And so, what do I expect? I expect maybe another name to kind of be floated out there. So I think something may leak tonight while we're on the show. Maybe before that, or maybe early first thing tomorrow. But I think there's going to be breaking news pretty quickly after this signing.
You think so, huh?
I do, man. I do. I'm hearing Saquon Barkley. I'm hearing Josh Jacobs. I'm hearing. Actually, I haven't heard anything in the last couple of days, but it wouldn't surprise me to hear Daniil Hunter.
I would love that, baby. Don't play with my emotions like that, Papa.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
You'll have
my emotions.
Me and Sean will both be crying over here.
Yeah.
Tears of joy. Let me tell you.
I think Jacobs is probably the more likely of the two, rather than Saquon. Saquon is Saquon, but he does have the injury history.
I heard more about Saquon in the last 24 hours than I have Josh Jacobs, but that's just me.
I'm telling you, you give me you like Josh, bro. Give me Saquon, man. You'll catch me acting like a giddy little 16-year-old teenage high school girl, boy. I'm telling you. I was on Twitter yesterday. Someone said that would be literally just criminal. That would be criminal to have Justin Fields and Saquon Barkley in the same backfield. I said, "Yep, that would be." No, they said they'd be lethal. I'm like, yeah, that'd be downright criminal.
Yeah, it would be. It's gonna be interesting, man.
Hey, shout out to Trips. The power of polls does compel you, Mr. Man.
But you know what, no man, to double down on what you has mentioned regarding, certain things that polls have said in pressers and everything, what we fail to realize is this, man, and the key word again is consistency. This man has been consistent in everything that he has said and basically every move that he has made. And to be able to sit down and have a conversation with the agent for Breyer and be able to get this type of deal lets you know that there's some backroom conversations being had in terms of what direction that they're looking to go in. And I think that they're looking to really surprise not just the North, but the entire league. And remember, I said this maybe a little over a week ago. Because the Chicago Bears has pretty much been the headline of football news this entire offseason. As Chicago goes, the NFL goes. So just pay attention because, like you said, there's going to be some other information that's going to be coming out here in the next couple of days, and that's going to really tip the scale with regard to what the Bears are going to do, but more importantly, um, what other teams are going to have to do in regards to that, especially within our own division. So let's
Hey,
pay attention.
I just saw Debo put something in the chat that said if they're trading the pick, the deadline is today. That would be totally false info.
No, man. Listen.
Yeah, no, that's not true, bro.
Hey,
They
listen. Go ahead, Chris.
I'm just gonna say they can trade the pick up until the first pick is made. So
They can.
yes,
They can. They can play hardball. But here's a dynamic and a piece and slice of nuance, Sean, Keith, and Chris. Here's something to think about. I know if it were me, right? We always talk about the dynamic of what the defense provides the secondary, the edge rushers, and to be able to get the pass rush and make their game a whole lot easier with being able to read what's going on and break on plays, right? It also works the opposite way. When you know you have a free safety behind you that can make that quarterback hold that ball just a little bit longer, you feel good about your the potential of you getting to that quarterback is that much more significant now. Now that you have a free safety that can make him pat that ball one more time and look the other direction, right? So let's talk about that dynamic over the flip side of what we always talk about.
Go
Anybody?
ahead, Chris. Well, I'm gonna jump
Well,
in
you
since
don't have.
Chris
Oh,
paused. Look, man, think of it this way: you gotta that entire defensive backfield is full of ball hogs now. So as a quarterback, you're gonna be First of all, let's just take that back seven. That back seven is gonna be tough to throw on, man, and get a pass rush to equal that. Yeah, man, this is finna, bro. I'm gonna sit back today. I'm gonna have to pour me one, man, and enjoy this signing. Yeah, I'm a little giddy, but
should be. You
I'm
should be.
liking it, man.
You
I'm
got
liking
every
it,
right to
man.
be right
Really,
now, bro.
I'm
You,
liking it, man. So I'm gonna let Sean have at it, man. I didn't say what I've said, brother. Uh, there's some deals that's being made that nobody knows what's going on. And here's this before I pass it to Sean. How sweet is it the fact that nothing is being leaked out of Hallis Hall? Is Poles running this thing like a G or what?
This is a master's class. He's a professor and teaching everybody how to be a GM. And you know what? This is really exciting. And this is man, you get one more edge rusher. As I said, this defense is it. It's there. And now we just get to go watch them finish adding pieces to this offense. Excuse me, adding pieces to this offense. And I love it. Someone said you're going to sign a running back. Someone said a little bigger than who do we have? What is someone type? DeAndre. Who was the guy we had last year?
and what?
Running back, the one they didn't use.
Oh,
Deontay.
Deontay Foreman.
yeah,
Deontay Foreman. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Deontay Foreman, Barkley can. Here's the thing about Barkley. Barkley can do it all. Barkley can bang between the pipes. He can bang between them tackles, man, and he can run outside zone. He can catch out of the backfield. He can pass pro like a son of a gun. Like he's a complete back. His only thing is his only issue was his injury, his health. And you know what? If he's healthy, why not give him a 2-year deal, 3-year deal? front load the first 2 years and say, hey, listen, if you're still good and you think you outplay, you think you can make more money out there than you can in your third year, we'll cut you and then you can go get more money.
Look,
I have no problem with that, man. I have no problem with that, especially with the cap going up and then his hit. And again, you can front load his contract big time or incentivize it big time.
Word is it's rumored to be appropriated at about 10 million.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I mean,
But check this, Sean. Think about this,
Hmm.
bro. With the running backs that we currently have, that running back by committee can actually save Saquon some in regards to his health because he won't have to be that bell cow per se as much. Of course, he'll probably get the lion's share of carries, but with the fact that we do have a Roshan Johnson and then you have that switch up with Herbert, yeah, man, you right on with that, brother. When you really add everything that he has to offer, yeah, brother, that's lethal.
And you're
Criminal.
not going to be doing any stupid ass QB tush push or anything like that on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 or Cole Kmet, the tight end tush push. That stuff's not happening, dog. That's not happening anymore. You got a stud, bona fide bell cow. This dude, you could have taken this dude back into the 90s, okay, and you could have given him the ball 25 times a game, okay? Barkley is a more versatile than Forte. We're not talking about Forte. Forte's retired, all right? And actually, he's a much better pass blocker than Forte. Although Forte, as he got older and got a little heavier, not really bulky, but he got heavier, he became a better pass blocker. So, muck, sit down.
hey guys, let me. We got 300 plus people in the chat. It'd be wonderful to have all 316 that I'm looking at that haven't subscribed to go ahead and subscribe and like the content, man, because we just jumped on here and stopped our lives, what we were doing today, to make sure you all got content on this breaking news story. So if we got only half of you guys to like and subscribe, that would be great, to our channel, the Nomad Network, and over there at Sports Zone Chicago. Do that same favor for Sean and his crew over there. We would really appreciate it. If we got that, I would be pleased and happy for having jumped out here and we all stopping our lives to make sure you get this coverage for this breaking news. I mean, we all stop and do what we have to do to make sure you all get what you are looking for, and that's the discussion about the move that was just made. I know if it were me and I were on the other side of this and not producing the content, I'll be like, hell yeah, they jumped out there right when it was time, got a show, went live, stopped what they was doing. I'm subscribing to that shit right now. And so just do us that favor. If you haven't, we would really appreciate it. We're all a family. What side of the fence you belong on about Caleb and Justin really doesn't matter. When you come to this show and when you come to this network, we treat everybody like family because we're all Bears fans. At the end, we want a ring, we want another Lombardi, and that's what the hell matters around here. So just do us that favor and we'll carry on. But I mean, look, man, when I saw it, this is gonna sound funny, y'all, but man, dude, I got some pretty good, like, Degree is like the best deodorant in the world for me. Antiperspirant. Even that strong ass Degree could not stop me from sweating. I got giddy in the MF, man. I'm telling you, I was like, oh yeah, it's about to be on this year. I mean, on in a way that when you can control teams at different levels, every level of your defense, and you can give that offense more opportunities and more bites at that apple, you just have no idea what those short, those, when they don't extend drives and defenses can get teams off the field, how many more extra times that quarterback and that offense get to win a game. And then I really strongly believe they're going to add a blue chip running back. I do. I know a lot of people, we don't need running back. I get that, man. I really do. But I strongly feel like the blue chip running back is something of need. I think we need that running back to really take the air out of games. Got a 14-point lead, 17-point lead. You got a 7-point lead. Give that ball to the running back that can really take the air out of the stadium, and you really got you something cooking with the way this defense is coming along.
This is the saying, man. You pass to score and you run to win. Okay, how many times last year did we not have? And I mentioned it, the stupid little third down conversions that we couldn't make, the tush push, the flanker screens, having a Darnell Mooney block a defensive end trying to get to the outside. No, that's gone. Those days are gone. You got to run the ball. You run to win. You run to win the game. In my coach voice, But you know what? That's it. When you get a lead, you got to be able to run. You got to have a 4-minute offense, 6-minute offense sometimes, and you need a stud running back and one who, if you over pursue or you take the wrong gap, two guys hit one gap and leave one open, house call. House call. It's not even a
Yeah.
question. House call.
Yeah.
See, like there's running backs who get the first down. Okay, great. All right, we moved the chains and everything. But there's nothing like when you're down 5 and the other team wants to get the ball back, and you try, and all of a sudden, boom, there's a house call. And now it's 12. Game, set, match. And that's what we need. Saquon Barkley. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I mean, I can't wait for something like that. If something like that, again, even if it's Josh Jacobs, that dude is another dude who can go to the house. And I don't think he's as fast as Saquon, or as dynamic as Saquon. But man, he is another one. So either one of those two, I'll be happy. But first and foremost, if I had my druthers, I'd take Saquon first. Excited.
Go ahead, Keith.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I like both quarterbacks. Of course, you guys know I was saying, more of a cheaper version could be Eckler, but hey, I'm gonna be very honest, man. When you compare the two, whether it's Jacobs or Barkley, you can't go wrong with either one. Barkley, with regard to that home run speed, and he can hit it and get it. I'm with it. My thing is, I just want to make sure that for me, let's first get that D in, then let's talk running back. I just want to make sure that we solidify that defense first, and then we can do what we're gonna do on the running back side. So
Now don't worry
that's
about it,
my
Key, because listen, they're in a range. All right, this is what one thing about Ryan Poles, he's in a range. Like I'm only gonna spend this amount of money on a running back,
right.
because I have this amount of money on ready for my DN. So they're probably, and the DN could take a little longer. So don't be disheartened if we sign a running back first, and because the conversation could with the defensive end could still be ongoing, and it could be a similar situation to the thing with Jalen Johnson. Remember, there's just a couple key terms maybe here or there, and that they had to iron out, and that might come a day or two later, and I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. But I agree, get a DN. But man, you hit this running back, and
we hit that
do you
running back, brother.
understand?
Yeah.
I know
what's happening.
Do you guys understand? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth when I say the crazy talent with Justin Fields and Saquon Barkley in the backfield? Like literally, that is Madden.
Bro. Yeah.
That is Madden.
Yeah.
That is a Madden game right there in real life.
Yeah.
All right,
no,
guys,
I agree.
Because we only got a couple more minutes. We actually only got 60 seconds. We said we were going to do 30 and get out. I got to go finish cooking, man. Start cooking. I haven't even started, but because we are going to come back. And Chris, jump on in here if you want to, man, to give some shout outs before we get on out of here. Matter of fact, we'll just start with you.
Hey, man, I appreciate everybody who came in. We got a ton of folks in the chat. Hey, we love you guys, and we really thank you for supporting what we're doing here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, share button, and turn your notifications on so you know when we do this stuff. This is the time of year that you need it on. No telling when we might jump on. Keith, always good to see you. Sean, my friend, hey, Chicago Sports Zone Chicago. I'm sorry, man. I'm just listening. Sports Zone Chicago. Everybody, make sure you run over there and subscribe. Great content. Hit it by my man Sean Sierra. Love you, brother. Nomad, love you too, man. Hey, it's gonna be an exciting week, guys. We'll see what happens. I'm really excited. I think we're headed in the right direction.
Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, likewise. Hey, everybody in the chat, I know Maniacs, our Sports Zoners, Chicago, Sports Zone, Sports Zone Chicago. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, man. I'm hungry, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just hungry. But because Poe's got me over here hungry, adding all this to this gumbo. But anyway, man, just want to say thank you to everybody that jumped in at the last minute to get this hot information. To my guys on the panel, as always, I love chopping it up, talking ball with you guys, man. I'm looking excited about this evening so we can jump back on. Oh, yeah, by the way, y'all, just know that we will be back tonight at 8 o'clock, so make sure you guys tune in. But with that being said, Sean, Nomad, Chris, Brian, who isn't with us, but I know he's watching.
It's Nick back there today.
Nick is in the back. Nick, my man, what's going on, baby? Anyway, I'm gonna let it go on to Sean. Hey, fellas, it's been great, man. But let's keep our eyes open because it's coming.
Sports owners, No Maniacs Unite. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the love and support. Like I said, man, go make sure you subscribe to the Nomad Network. Make sure you subscribe to Sports Zone Chicago as well, our YouTube pages. Also, don't forget to download my Sports Zone Chicago's Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, download the channel. You can watch us live on a big screen. You know what I'm saying? We could live it in 4K if you want. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, the great stuff. I'm excited about what's happening. Ryan Poles, man, he could go down as the best GM in the history of the Chicago Bears if he plays this right. We know what that means. Keep Justin in the hall, get the hall, turn that into picks. You saw what it did to Dallas back in the 90s. It's going to do the same thing for us here. And how great would it be? You know, John Madden said it best. I've said this quite a few times, maybe on this show. I know on my show and other shows, but John Madden said it best, man. And there's nothing. This is literally a mic drop. The NFL is just better when the Bears are good.
That's true. And before hey, shout out to everybody that's involved in this chat. That we keep breaking records every day. I've seen 330 plus people in the chat. Seems like every day we break a new record, and that's exactly what we're looking for, guys. And so just do us that favor and hit the like and subscribe for both channels. Just the amount of momentum and support we get from you guys is overwhelming sometimes. And so I partly sometimes feel like, hey, can we keep it up? And I know we can keep it up. I know we're going to keep it up. And I want to send a super shout out to you guys on the show that jumped in with us, but especially Chris, for just because he had stuff that he was doing at that particular moment, getting prepared for the next show that we're doing at 8 p.m. Central tonight, Nomad at Night. Make sure you tune into that. But he stopped what he was doing, and hey, Chris is my big brother, man. And I think he needs to hear me say that live on the show. And so I do appreciate him. He acts just like I lost my brother not too long ago. And he acts just like Chris, man. I mean, it's like I lost him and got Chris. And it trips me out. Sometimes some of the little, bickering matches we get, and he sounds just like him, and he doesn't even know it, man. But I appreciate my brother because he always there for me and doing what we need to do to keep this thing popping. So I love you for that, Chris. But I love you guys all as well, man. Love you guys all as well. And thank you guys again for showing up to the show. Appreciate you. One more time, we'll be back at Nomad at Night at 8 p.m. Central tonight. So tune in for that for more coverage of what's happening right now in the soon-to-be open free agent market. So before we get out of here, let me say these last three words to you guys. Love, peace, and hair grease, y'all.
Bear down, folks.
Bear down.